Cool shoes, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? Here with another quick toy review. Um, this time it's Alien Isolation's Amanda Ripley jumpsuit figure from Neca Toys. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. If you've been watching my Alien Isolation Let's Play, I brought this figure up time and again. I've been just, you know, waiting and waiting and waiting for it to come out. So this is pretty special to me. I managed to find her this morning, um, which I'm pretty happy about. Not been having a lot of luck this holiday season finding all of the things that I want, but these just came out like just I guess maybe like a couple of days ago, and I think they all look really cool. Anyways, on the back we got a picture of Amanda. It looks like she's wearing her backpack the wrong way, but I mean that's definitely the wrong way. Where the strap is, and that's not even how she wears it in the game. So that picture is a little off, I think, unless I'm mistaken. But I don't think so. Let's look at this little synopsis here. 15 years after the disappearance of the commercial towing vessel Nostromo, the ship's flight recorder is discovered floating in deep space. Its owner, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, immediately dispatches a team of representatives to Sevastopol Station to retrieve it. Among their number is Amanda Ripley, daughter of Ellen Ripley, the Nostromo's warrant officer. When the team arrives, they find Sevastopol has been placed under quarantine, and its skeleton crew is being hunted by an unseen foe, a monster that cannot be stopped. Separated from her team, Amanda finds herself trapped on a station filled with desperate survivors and implacable AI, and the ultimate predator. The truth, uh, the truth about her mother's fate is here somewhere, but first she must simply survive. And then at the bottom we have the other figures in the line, which is just Amanda again, but in her spacesuit, and I think all she comes with is the pistol, which is really too bad that's all she comes with. Also, I really wish that instead of just her in her spacesuit, we got Samuels. I think he was probably more important, but I don't know. I guess they figure to just go with the main characters to play it safe. The Xenomorph, on the other hand, looks fantastic. I'll try and do a review of that later, but pretty cool stuff. So first, let's take a look at her accessories. Her weapon is the flamethrower. Not a lot of detail. I mean, it's all like one kind of silver color on front and back. And then the two little fuel tanks are just painted red and white. And I don't know what this weird little splotchiness is on the side of mine, but that's about it. And then it's got this kind of a really bendy plastic, so you can sling it over her shoulder. But that's it. I do wish you would have came with the maintenance jack, because I feel like you use that so much in the game. I felt it was really important. It was how you were getting doors open and so on. And I personally used it to slap the shit out of all those synthetics. So I would have preferred the maintenance jack, but it's really cool that she comes with the flamethrower. This is a lifesaver in that game. I do wish she came with more of her weapons. Perhaps like a cool little Molotov would have been nice. But no, that's it. If you get the other version where she's in her spacesuit, that comes with the pistol. But I mean, that's it. So I don't know. I would have preferred that she had more stuff. Maybe her hack tool and stuff like that. Well, she doesn't have those things. she does have her motion tracker. So she does have the motion tracker, and it's got that, you know, just like a little screen on there. And it's got this little bendy telephone style cord, you know. And so I'm really glad she came with this because, man, you never really put this away. And it's pretty decently detailed. So that's definitely cool. I really like when you play on the PS4 version that whenever you bring up the motion tracker, that light on the DualShock 4 turns green, and then you hear the beeping come from your controller. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. Maybe that's kind of nerdy, but I thought that was neat. And then the last thing that she comes with is her backpack. This would just, I guess, be full of all kinds of very dangerous supplies, pipe bombs and EMP grenades and so on. But I think they did a really cool job with this. Of all her accessories, I'm most impressed with the backpack. It's got the little flag on it. Nice detail, these straps and the buckles. This is kind of soft-ish, sort of, but it's sort of permanently in that shape to have it slung over her. So, but still, I think they did really nice. And it's kind of heavy too. I mean, you know, it's like a nice solid piece of plastic. Good job. Now here's the figure itself. Not bad. Well, you know, I actually really like it. I think it's really cool. If I have one kind of overall, I guess, complaint, if you want to call it a complaint, man, is she flat as a board. And I don't mean that in some kind of sexist, like, dude, couldn't you give her bigger breasts or whatever? But I mean, like, seriously, it's like she doesn't have breasts at all. And, like, no ass whatsoever. I mean, it's just, like, completely flat. I just think that looks unnatural for her. I'm pretty sure, I mean, it's not like they try to make, like, a voluptuous character in the game, and that's not even what I want. I'm just saying that, like, I mean, this is like an old man's ass. I don't know. That just... Come on, dude. Pretty thin. Outside of that, you know, pretty cool detail here. Let's look at her face. Again, it doesn't exactly look like her in it doesn't exactly look like her in the game. It doesn't exactly look like her in the game, and she does have kind of an odd expression on her face, like she's just seen some shit. I don't know. This is the face you make when you walk in on someone having sex with one of the working Joes. But aside from that, I think she looks really cool. I like that she has her headpiece, the little flashlight and stuff that you get from Axel early on in the game that drains batteries like a motherfucker. So that's cool. Her ponytail, I don't know if you can move it or not. I try moving it, it just kind of feels like I'm gonna break it off. So I'm guessing you're not really supposed to try and do that. But all the detail on her jumpsuit, I think all looks really good. But man, she's got a serious fucking face. Come on, that's like you just walked in on your parents having sex. Oh, this is weird fucking face. But all this other stuff looks cool. You know, the badge and this little bit around on the sleeve that looks like it's, you know, like fuzzy, and all the zippers. And her shoes look really awesome. They got all the laces, and they look kind of like dirty and scuffy with the little red line. Pretty nice. And then, like, I guess my favorite part, her watch. Because, man, did I love her watch in the game. There we go. It's like it's futuristic, but then it's like also old looking. It just looks like some old Casio calculator watch or some shit. I don't know. I really like that. And to this day, like if I go to Walmart, I just look at their watches and see if I can find like a cheap watch.
Anyway, so for articulation, she can turn her head a bit. You got to kind of force it a little bit. And I cannot really get her to look up or down. Like she doesn't really look down very much at all. And then she's got a diaphragm joint. Doesn't really go back that much, and it doesn't really crunch forward that much at all. And it kind of barely rotates side to side. Not really. I don't know. I think if you buy a NECA figure, you're really buying it for the sculpt and the paintwork, and not so much like articulation. But for the shoulder, it's a standard ball joint, and it does pretty good. There's really nothing restricting the movement there. And then her, she has a hinge at the elbow, and then that rotates as well. And then her wrist also rotates, and it has a kind of a very, very small bit of it can move. I don't know. It's like a really small little hinge there. And then she doesn't have any sort of like waist swivel or anything like that. When you get to her legs, she can kind of move her leg forward by about that much. Not very much at all. And doesn't really come backwards very much. It's kind of odd because, I guess to have this jumpsuit sculpt, I don't know. Not much articulation there. And then she can bend her knee backwards that much. It doesn't really come forwards a whole lot. But you can rotate it for whatever reason you might need to. I feel like once you get her into like that one pose, that's the only pose she's ever going to be in. And then her ankles do rotate. But if they have a hinge, then man, it is one stiff, solid hinge. Either that or her shoelaces get in the way because I cannot get her to point her toes down or up or anything like that, and I can't really get I can't get her to like really kind of pivot the ankle. I mean, I can kind of sort of do it if I force it a bit. It just that makes it like, well, does she really have it? Like, does she really have that articulation, or am I just bending the plastic? Am I just forcing it? It's kind of hard to tell, but whatever. They do rotate. Again, I mean, I know once I put her in that one pose, that's like the only pose she's gonna be in. But that's okay. I'm not a little kid anymore. It's not like I take these out into the backyard and play with them. So for me, at 1999, I'm satisfied with how it looks. I think she looks really cool, and I really, really wanted an Amanda figure. I really did. When NECA said that they weren't sure if they were going to make figures for Alien Isolation, I was kind of bummed out because I was in the middle of playing the game at that time, and I love the game so damn much. I was like, man, please, please, please make figures. I really want to get Amanda. So this was like a really good score for me today. Okay, here she is with all of her gear. Uh, kind of got to force that backpack on her a little bit, but other than that, pretty cool looking. I don't know. Again, I'm happy with it. It's not, these toys aren't very expensive. They're only $19.99. And usually what NECA does is when it comes to like some figures, they'll take it real easy. Like she doesn't come with tons of accessories and tons of stuff or anything like that. It's her and then another version of her and then the xenomorph and that's it. But once something proves itself to sell well, like say the Predators, which they just crank out all the time, then they back it up. You'll have ultimate versions and so on, and you'll get a lot more stuff. I guess it's just that NECA's they're a smaller company and they can't just you know go all out with absolutely everything. Something things their different lines and series and stuff kind of have to prove themselves a bit. So I imagine that if these Alien Isolation figures did really well, then we would maybe get, like Ricardo and Samuels and some stuff like that. Maybe a synth that would have been cool. Really, to have like a Samuels or a Working Joe, that's what I would really like from them. But who knows? I'm not gonna hold my breath that we might get something like that. That's just more wishful thinking on my part. In a perfect universe, we would. In a perfect universe, Alien Isolation would have sold way more than it did. I know the horror genre is tough because people don't like to be scared, but it's not just being scared. You Alien Isolation creates a sense of dread, like a sense of tension, and for the most part, people don't really willingly sign up to stress themselves out. So those kinds of games, I don't know. It's that's things people would rather watch on YouTube than play themselves. But I would implore everyone to play this game for yourself because it is a really awesome game. I really wish more people would check it out. It keeps going on sale, and I hope that every time it does, people are buying it. You know, because it is a lot of fun, and it's the kind of game that I think an Aliens fan has wanted forever. Instead of just constantly throwing Space Marine action games at us, I think Alien Isolation really captured the series and what the series is about. It was a very big deal game for me, and it was actually my first PS4 game. I bought Alien Isolation before I even had a PS4. I got that Nostromo edition, and I had it for months. I had it for whatever 4 or 5 months before I even got a PS4 to actually play it. So I don't know. I thought it was really cool. I'm really happy to have Amanda, and next time I will do a review on the Xenomorph, which looks fantastic. The Xenomorph for this series, you can tell there's a lot of effort there, a lot of detail. It looks really nice. I'll do that next time, and then we'll have these two side by side. Well, it's like, man, what kind of freaky porn did someone link to her on this tracker? That is not a look of arousal. That is a look of confusion.